if I can get this to do its thing, is a graduate of the IDEA program at Capilano University. Nothing to do with what he's doing now. Since then, he has worked as a full-time figurative painter in the downtown east side. Within a short period of time, he's become a reputable, internationally exhibited painter and is showcased with galleries such as the Rook and Raven in London and Think Space in Culver City. And recently, he's become the youngest instructor for the Federation of Canadian Artists and is an instructing affiliate of the Burnaby and North Shore Artist Guild. Please welcome Drew Young.
Hey guys.
Hi.
First time I've used a mic, by the way. Fuck all up here, this is great. Yeah, so my name is Drew or Andrew Young. I'm from Vancouver Island, deeming me to be a naive, tree-climbing personal man. Thus, forever a man boy. I grew up in a cul-de-sac, teasing girls, burning shit, bagging myself on bike jumps, and just generally pissing off my mom. I'm from Victoria. I weigh 170 pounds. I don't believe in favorite colors. I ate a cheeseburger for breakfast, and I could probably use some tax advice. So I work in the Acme building in the downtown east side with a horde of mega talented people, and often I go home feeling like an overly jealous, homicidal ex-boyfriend. So I've always been like very critical in a lot of respects. Is that better? Should I talk like this? Yeah, that sounds way better. Okay, it's cool. So, and some people just think I'm a douchebag, and like 40% of the time they're right. And like, if you guys haven't noticed by now, I have what is called an asshole face. So like, shit gets a little confusing, right? I've always been interested in representational work. As a tool, I feel like it's a really powerful way to engage a large audience when introducing new ideas using like familiar context. And from a technical standpoint, I feel it's very impressive, and I've always wanted to incite the same feelings I always wanted to incite the same feelings I had, say, seeing Jenny Saville painting for the first time. So I've said before that break-in pattern sticks out more than the pattern itself, and like composition in art, some of life's most memorable experiences come from breaking its monotony, and I feel like that's probably the best way to summarize my narrative. The content in my narrative sways from magic tricks to irreverent exploits to drug abuse and masturbation, with a touch of autobiographicalism, but not always. So I shoot all my own reference material, and I never start a shoot with specifics, and I've always got a bottle of booze on set. And so I'll usually be pushing and pulling and teasing and just like muttering awful, horrible things to my models in order to get them like really, feel what I want them to feel. That said, I'm no David O. Russell, and I have genuine, authentic expressions and gestures as a result of that. That was an I Heart Huckabees reference, by the way. So I'm very interested in collage, and a lot of the material that I use references popular trends and marks found in many artistic disciplines. And because my work is a contemporary examination of youth, it sort of acts as like a coming and going parallel. So this is my piece for Rook and Raven, my first UK show this year. It's called Two Eyes Blind While One Can See. It references like a coming of maturity through a bruised past of experimentation, and this definitely resonates with me the best. I mean, 25 years old, So, can learn shit. So, it's a precursor for that last piece, and I'm sure by now you're all wondering, like, how the fuck I pay my rent and all that shit. It's like full-time, this is my gig. I'm like a dude that can paint stuff that looks like stuff, and if you are someone, a dude, chick, or whatever, who's looking for some stuff to get painted like some stuff, they call me sometimes. So it's kind of like commission-based generally. Classic third wheel scenario here. It's like it's like late and like the coke's out, people are squirming, shit's like getting weird. But that's not what a popular femme domination website thought. And at that point, that's when I learned the definition of cuckolding and look it up. And I learned that from Tracy the porn star. And she's a highly sought after dominatrix who wanted a commission. I didn't hesitate. So, over in the corner here, we've got a Polaroid of her mom. And, at an early age, she was sort of like a catalyst for her future sexual exploits. And you can't see because it's dark, but there's a pair of glasses around it, sort of like representing voyeurism. This is a piece I did early last year. It was for one of my best friends, and this is a late homie of his who took his life while swimming into the ocean until he could no longer swim anymore. And at this point, I kind of realized that I had a sense of importance being able to suspend people and moments in time. So this is a totally unrelated slide. Last year I was commissioned by a dude who was facing first-degree murder charges, and he just wanted a piece to sort of like distill him at that very moment prior to like possibly being incarcerated. I don't know what the outcome was. I know he's a really nice dude, and he did it to save his girlfriend from just getting the shit kicked out of her, so fucking right on. This is Peter Reed from The Humans. Super fun project, it was like a real juicy commission I got last year. At one point Peter had like fallen over during the shoot, just cut the fuck out of himself with his pots and pans all over his knees, and he was like a mega super trooper through it all until we tore the duct tape off his hairy legs. There's a couple drag queens I work with at the Cobalt Bar. They're Peach Cobbler and is old and haggard. Hardest faces to paint. Because it's like you're painting a chick's face that you did a shit job on. Because it looks like a dude, except that's like what it's supposed to be, This is a commission I did for my boss at the Cobalt. This is Hastings and Abbott, circa 1925. Probably not enough dough. It was a lot of fucking people to paint, but it looks pretty sweet, right? Yeah. And finally, this is Laura Trelaw. Her family had recently lost their beloved husband and father, and Laura wanted a painting to, have her children be a reflection of her late husband Dave. And so we found that a barometer passed down through the family kind of best represented his lineage. So over in the corner of the mirror here, it's kind of dark. In the reflection, we removed the entire family except just the eldest, Austin. And by doing that, we created dialogue around the alienation that each individual kind of feels, while going through a loss of a loved one. So, thank you very much.